They've got it down to a science, haven't they? Grocery stores in 2025 have perfected the craft of making you believe you're saving money. You stroll in, list in hand, a budget in mind, feeling responsible, but every deal, every grab-and-go special, every sale sign is a meticulously crafted illusion. A trap. And guess what? You're walking right into it, spending more than you think without even realizing it. But here's the part they don't want you to know. The biggest culprits? They're not the high-priced luxury items in the back aisles. No, they're sitting right there in plain view, bold and inviting. The innocent basics you toss in your cart every single week, convinced you're making smart choices. Spoiler alert, you're not. This video is exposing it all. 15 grocery store items that trick you into thinking they're saving you money. And the worst offender? Millions of families have it right now, sitting in their kitchens. It's the silent thief, draining your wallet without a sound. If you're ready to stop getting tricked and reclaim control over what you spend, hit that like button now. Subscribe for no-nonsense tips that expose the truth. Once you see this list, you'll never shop the same way again. Number 15. Flavored yogurts. They look harmless, don't they? Just a cute little container of strawberry or vanilla yogurt, promising a wholesome snack or a healthy start to your day. But what if I told you those innocent-looking cups were actually dessert disguised as breakfast? That's right. Most flavored yogurts are sugar bombs in disguise, packed with sweeteners, thickeners, and artificial flavors. Every spoonful feels indulgent, and that's exactly the problem. Here's the real kick in the teeth, though. These tiny cups of sugary dairy goodness often cost way more per ounce than plain yogurt. They lure you in with convenience and that promise of flavor, but what you're really paying for is a sugary concoction that's cutting. And those flashy labels with low-fat or probiotic claims? Just bait. The true nutrition you're getting? Minimal at best. Wise shoppers know the trick. Instead of shelling out for flavored yogurt, they grab a tub of plain Greek yogurt, a dollop in a bowl topped with fresh fruit, a swirl of honey, maybe even some cinnamon, and voila! You've just created a yogurt that's tastier, healthier, and cheaper. Plus, it doesn't come sneaking in with hidden ingredients designed to make you crave more sugar. Think about it. How many of those sugary cups have you bought over the years, believing they were a smart, healthy choice? It's not your fault. The packaging is designed to fool you. But here's the truth they don't want you to realize. You can actually get better yogurt, eat fresher ingredients, and save money in the long run. Still hooked on flavored yogurt? It might be time to break up with it for your wallet and your health. Number 14. Single-serve cheese packs. Nobody wants to talk about it, but single-serve cheese packs are one of the sneakiest traps in the grocery store. String cheese, neatly wrapped slices, little snack cubes in plastic trays. They scream convenience. They're for busy parents, they're quick lunchbox fixes, they're snacks you can grab on the go. And yet underneath all that practicality lies a financial pitfall that's quietly eating away at your budget. Here's what the grocery stores won't tell you. Ounce for ounce, when you buy single-serve packs, you're forking over double the price of a standard block of cheese. That elegant little snack? It's robbing your wallet blind. And worse, it's still just plain old cheese. The same stuff you could buy in a block for half the cost, but now wrapped in plastic at an extra premium. It gets darker. Think of all the waste. All that extra packaging ends up in the trash, making you feel guilty not just about your bank account, but also about your environmental impact. Convenience is the word they use to sell you these packs, but is it really worth it? A frugal shopper would say no. Instead of falling for the trap, grab a block of cheese, slice it up. Those few extra minutes in the kitchen mean you'll be saving cash, reducing waste, and still enjoying your favorite snacks. Toss some portions in reusable containers or bags, and you've just created your own DIY version of those overpriced single-serve packs. Simple, smart, and no sneaky upcharge. Tell me, have they been fooling you too? If so, it's not too late to reclaim your grocery budget. Stop paying for a little extra plastic. Take back control. Your bank account will thank you. Number 13. Bottled iced coffee. There's something seductive about bottled iced coffee, isn't there? The sleek packaging, the trendy branding, the cool promises of premium cold brews that will make you feel like a coffee connoisseur. But here's the chilling truth. That luxury in your hand? It's a $4 trap. Take a closer look the next time you grab a bottle. Most of these ready-made drinks are stuffed with water, sugar, cream, and some surprisingly low-quality coffee. You're not getting that artisanal roast experience. You're just buying an illusion, the idea that you're treating yourself to something fancy. But why does this illusion cost so much? Marketing, pure and simple. Here's where it hurts even more. Making iced coffee at home is one of the easiest, most affordable things you can do. Brew a strong pot, chill it overnight, add a splash of milk or a dollop of flavored creamer, and there you have it. A drink that costs cents per serving, not dollars. And it tastes better because you control the flavor. Want a little caramel? Add it. Prefer mocha or vanilla? Make it happen. There's no bottle telling you what's inside. But the grocery stores are banking on you bypassing all of this. They know that you want quick and easy, so they jack up the prices and sell you watered-down coffee in plastic bottles. The result? You're actually throwing money away on something you could effortlessly recreate at a fraction of the cost. If bottled iced coffee is already in your regular grocery rotation, it's time to rethink. Start brewing your own. Skip the elaborate price tags and treat yourself to something that's truly worth the money you've earned. And don't forget to share your favorite iced coffee recipe in the comments. Someone else might just be ready to make the iced coffee switch we all need. Number 12. Healthy frozen breakfast bowls. Oh, frozen breakfast bowls. They seem perfect, don't they? Packed with protein, keto-friendly, gluten-free. They're painted as the ultimate morning savior, providing a nutritious meal in minutes. But peel off that label and what you're left with is far from impressive. Here's what they don't want you to notice. Beneath the health buzzwords lies an assembly line of processed ingredients. The eggs? Rubbery. The cheese? Barely passes for real. And the meats? Mystery items held together by preservatives and sodium. This isn't the hearty breakfast you thought you were paying for. It's a science project in a cardboard bowl. Then, there's the price tag. These bowls will run you $5 or more for a single serving, a small portion barely enough to keep you full until lunch. Meanwhile, you could make your own version at home for under $1 per serving. Scramble some real eggs, toss in fresh veggies, cooked sausage or bacon, maybe a bit of shredded cheese, freeze them in reusable containers, and boom! Breakfast that's cheaper, tastier, and completely under your control. The truth is, these frozen bowls aren't built for your health or your convenience. They're built for their shelf lives and the company's profits. Don't pay $5 for a chemical concoction when you could whip up something truly satisfying for so much less. If you've already made the switch to homemade breakfast bowls, share your recipe. There's someone out there who needs to hear how easy it is to save money while starting the day off right. Because at the end of the day, those frozen bowls are just another trap, a shiny facade hiding a poor deal behind every bite. Number 11. Budget cereal bags. They sit on the lowest shelves, calling out to you with promises of value. Those massive bags of off-brand cereal look like the key to feeding your family on a budget, but dig a little deeper, and you'll quickly see how their claims fall apart. Sure, they're bigger than the name-brand boxes, but size isn't everything. Many of these budget bags are loaded with air, cheap filler grains, and an absurd amount of sugar and artificial dyes. You pour a bowl expecting a decent breakfast, but what do you really get? Bland, overly sweet bites with little to no nutritional value. But here's the sneakiest part. The price per ounce isn't always the deal it seems to be. More often than not, a generic store-brand boxed cereal or a better staple like oats actually costs less than those oversized, underwhelming bags. Yet grocery stores position them as a budget shopper's jackpot, knowing full well they're anything but. Smart shoppers skip these sacks of disappointment altogether. Instead, they look for healthier, higher-quality options that deliver on value. Boxed whole grain or plain cereals often pack more bang for your buck, and when paired with fresh fruit or nuts, they become a satisfying breakfast for less. If you've fallen for the allure of these giant bags, don't blame yourself. They're designed to lure you in with size alone. But now you know the truth. Quality beats quantity every time. Don't let the promise of a deal keep you from making a better choice for your wallet and your breakfast table. Share your favorite budget-friendly breakfast in the comments below. Together we can dodge yet another deceptive grocery store trap. Number 10. Value Pack Lunch Meats. Big packs, big savings. Or so they claim. Those oversized packages of lunch meats stacked in the deli aisle draw you in with promises of value. When you're trying to stretch dollars to feed a family, they seem like the obvious choice. But what if I told you that these so-called value packs are more of a ticking time bomb? Let's break it down. Crack open one of these family-sized packs, and what's inside might surprise you. Fewer slices of actual meat than you expected, and a whole lot of filler. Added water, artificial flavors, preservatives. That's what makes up the bulk of what you're buying. Suddenly, doesn't seem like such a bargain, right? These packs are often loaded with sodium and low-quality cuts, heavily processed to make them look appealing. Fancy labels like honey glazed or oven roasted are just codes for sweetened additives and chemical flavorings. Here's the nightmare scenario. Once opened, these meats spoil in record time. Before you've even made it halfway through the pack, they turn slimy and develop that off-putting smell, leaving you no choice but to toss them. Congratulations, you just threw money in the trash. Savvy shoppers know better. Instead of falling for the value pack lie, they head straight to the deli counter, or even better, buy whole cuts of meat and slice them at home. It may take an extra few minutes, but what you gain is real meat, fewer fillers, more flavor, and longer-lasting freshness. And guess what? The cost per serving? It's often lower than those deceptive value packs. Think about the last time you bought one of these. How much did you actually use? How much landed in the garbage? It's time to stop buying the illusion of savings and go for the real deal. Trust me, your wallet and your taste buds will thank you. Number 9. Packaged instant rice or pasta sides. The packaging is bright and cheerful. The promises? Irresistible. Cooks in minutes. No measuring required. These packaged instant rice or pasta sides tempt you with their convenience. They seem perfect for busy weeknights. But like so many grocery store traps, the true cost is hidden in plain sight. Here's the cold truth. What you're really paying for is the box, the seasoning packet, and the illusion of simplicity. Those little pouches and boxes cost 3 to 4 times more per ounce than buying plain rice or pasta in bulk. And what's inside that seasoning packet? A blend of artificial thickeners, powdered cheese that's never been near a dairy farm, preservatives, and enough sodium to make your doctor cringe. Think about it. Cooking rice or pasta from scratch isn't complicated. It's literally one of the easiest things you can do in the kitchen. Add a pinch of salt, perhaps toss in some fresh herbs or spices, and you'll have something tastier, healthier, and far cheaper. And you won't need to worry about pronouncing the ingredients in some mystery powder. The grocery stores know you're busy and looking for shortcuts, so they prey on that with instant products that charge you for things you don't actually need. But the savvy shopper doesn't fall for it. Grab bulk staples like rice, pasta, and a few pantry basics. Cook a big batch and portion it out for the week. Suddenly, those convenient packages start to look like overpriced, overhyped distractions. Have you fallen into the trap of thinking these sides save you time or effort? They don't. They only drain your wallet while giving you the bare minimum in return. Next time, break free from convenience culture. Your bank account and your health will both breathe easier. Number 8. Bottled smoothies. Who doesn't want to grab a vibrant, picture-perfect bottle of smoothie goodness? They're everywhere. Sleek bottles with words like antioxidant-rich, superfood-packed, or energy-boosting. They promise you fruits, vitamins, and health on the go. But here's the unsettling truth. Most bottled smoothies are nothing more than sugar bombs in disguise. Take a closer look at the label. Sure, they boast strawberries, mangoes, or spinach on the front, but flip it over, and you'll often find fruit puree, juice concentrate, and just enough fiber to barely qualify as a smoothie. Some of these bottles pack as much sugar as a can of soda, all while pretending to be a health food. And the price? $4, sometimes $5 or more, for what's essentially watered-down fruit concentrate. The worst part? These smoothies are designed to trick you into thinking you've made a smart choice, but the reality is they leave you hungrier than before and far poorer over time. A single bag of frozen fruit, paired with pantry staples like bananas or yogurt, can make dozens of smoothies at home for the cost of one grocery store bottle. Better yet, you control the sweetness, the texture, and the quality of the ingredients. Are these bottled lies already part of your grocery routine? If so, break free. The next time you're craving a smoothie, grab your blender instead. Frugal shoppers know that real, fresh smoothies don't come in a bottle. They come from your own kitchen. Ditch the sugar traps disguised as health trends and start blending your way to savings. Number 7. Pre-marinated meats. Pre-marinated meats might just be the sneakiest trap in your grocery store. They're shiny, colorful, and practically scream, "Hey, I'll make dinner so much easier." Seasoned, spiced, and ready to cook, they feel like the perfect shortcut for busy nights. But here's what they're not telling you. Those marinades? They're mostly salt, sugar, preservatives, and water. The result? You're paying extra per pound for liquid filler that makes the meat heavier. It's not just an overcharge, it's borderline robbery. When you look at the cost per actual ounce of meat, the numbers rarely add up in your favor. And the meat itself? That's where it gets darker. Grocery stores often use pre-marinades to dress up lower-grade, tougher cuts that wouldn't sell on their own. Those bold flavors are less about enhancing taste and more about masking imperfections. And when you cook it, the heavy marinades often burn quickly, leaving behind a charred mess and uneven flavor. You thought you were saving time, but in reality you're sacrificing quality. Here's what frugal home cooks know. A basic marinade only takes minutes to prepare. Olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, spices. You can whip up something fresh and fabulous for pennies. Buy unseasoned cuts. Marinate them yourself. And not only will you save money, you'll get better flavor and quality every time. Still buying pre-marinated meats? Stop. They're a flashy facade hiding lower-grade products and inflated prices. Take control of your kitchen and your budget. You don't need a grocery store to season your food for you. Number 6. Grocery store granola. Granola drips with the illusion of health. Organic packaging, craft paper-like bags, buzzwords like wholesome, natural, and whole grain practically leap off the shelves, making you feel like you're treating your body right. But here's the bitter truth. Most grocery store granola is candy bars in disguise. Don't believe me? Turn the bag over and check the ingredients. Sugar, syrups, refined oils, artificial flavors. The ratio of oats to sweeteners often looks more like dessert than breakfast. And the price? $6, $7 a bag for what is essentially glorified sweetened oats. The guilt trip continues. What you're paying for isn't nutrition, it's marketing. That craft paper packaging, those farm-fresh vibes, all strategically designed to make you ignore the fact that the contents are overly processed and overpriced. Here's the good news. Granola is one of the easiest, fastest things to make at home. Rolled oats, a little honey or maple syrup, a pinch of salt, some nuts or dried fruit if you feel fancy. Toss it all together, bake it for a few minutes, and you've got fresh, customized granola for a fraction of the cost. Still buying the store stuff? You're already paying more for less while sacrificing control over what you're truly eating. Homemade granola doesn't just save money, it takes your power back. Forget the branding, go for the real deal. Number 5. Rotisserie-style chicken slices. Ah, those deli packs of rotisserie-style chicken slices. They look like a dream come true for anyone trying to save time in the kitchen. Perfectly portioned, pre-sliced, and seasoned just right. Or so it seems. But what's hiding behind that shiny packaging? If you knew, you might never toss one into your cart again. Most of these packs aren't carved from fresh, whole chicken breasts the way you'd think. Instead, these slices are often pieced together from scraps and leftovers. That's right, the mystery meat of the poultry aisle. These bits are mechanically pressed, injected with salt, water, and artificial flavorings, and shaped into something that vaguely resembles real chicken. What you're buying isn't high-quality meat, but rather a processed product designed to look like it is. And the price? These thin, overly salty slices come with a hefty price tag for what you're truly getting. At around $7 or more per pack, you're being sold convenience at a premium while sacrificing both taste and quality. Would you even enjoy these slices if you knew the truth about how they're made? Meanwhile, savvy shoppers are steering clear. They know that for nearly the same price you can buy a whole rotisserie chicken or fresh chicken breasts and slice them yourself. It takes minutes and the results are night and day. You get fresher, juicier, and far more flavorful meat without the added fillers or mystery ingredients. If these deli packs have found their way into your grocery cart, it's time to ask yourself, are you really saving money? Or are you paying too much for a product that just pretends to be convenient and wholesome? The truth might just make you switch to the real thing, and that's a win for your wallet and your health. Number 4. Individual fruit cups. Bright, colorful, and neatly sealed, individual fruit cups are the ultimate grab-and-go snack. They're practically begging you to toss them into your cart. No peeling, no mess, no effort, right? Wrong. What you're actually grabbing is one of the biggest traps in the grocery aisle. Here's the shocking truth. You're not paying for fruit. You're paying for water, syrup, plastic packaging, and a price hike disguised as convenience. Even the ones labeled as 100% juice aren't what they seem. Many of them still contain added sugars and preservatives, stripping the fruit of most of its natural goodness. That wholesome image on the label? Just a clever marketing ploy. But it gets worse. These fruit cups are heat processed to extend their shelf life, which also destroys many of the vitamins and enzymes that make fresh fruit so nutritious. And what's left behind? Limp, lifeless chunks of fruit floating in sugar water. Compare that to a real piece of fruit and the choice becomes painfully obvious. Frugal shoppers know better. They skip the wasteful single-serve packs and buy whole fruits in bulk when they're in season. A fresh apple, a banana, or even a bag of oranges gives you more nutrients, more value, and creates far less waste. Want something quick for on the go? Slice your own fruit and store it in a reusable container. It takes minutes and costs a fraction of what those overpriced cups do. This isn't just about the money, it's about the principle. Stop letting flashy packaging cloud your judgment. The next time you see those shelves lined with fruit cups, ask yourself, is this a healthy snack or just another money-draining shortcut? Your wallet and the planet will thank you for making the right call. Number 3. Boxed snack cakes or mini pastries. Aisle after aisle, they stare you down. Boxed snack cakes, powdery mini donuts, and tiny individually wrapped pastries. They're cheap, cheerful, and so easy to toss into your cart. But here's the thing about these sweet little bargains. They're one of the worst grocery store traps you can fall for. What's inside those boxes? Tiny portions of sugar, flour, and oil, pumped full of preservatives and loaded with artificial flavors to trick your taste buds. The ingredients list often reads like a science experiment. It's not food, it's a sugary mirage dressed up as a treat. Sure, they're convenient. Toss them in a lunchbox, save time on busy mornings. But at what cost? Those boxes that seem like a steal for a couple of bucks quickly start adding up. A few here, a few there, and before you know it, you've pumped money into snacks that don't even fill you up or fuel your body. The smarter move? Bake it at home. A simple recipe for muffins, cookies, or brownies can give you a week's worth of snacks for less. You control the ingredients, the sugar, and the portion sizes. Not only is it better for your health, but it's also better for your budget. These boxed pastries are nothing more than a convenient illusion. Break free from the trap, bake smarter, eat better, and keep your dollars where they belong, in your pocket. Number 2, frozen fruit blends with extras. Frozen fruit blends sound like the perfect healthy shortcut, don't they? Bright, colorful, nutrient-packed, and ready to toss in a blender. But hold up, have you checked the ingredients? What you're getting isn't just fruit. Many of these blends, especially those targeted at smoothie lovers, are packed with unnecessary extras. Think syrup-coated berries, sweetened yogurt chips, or shredded coconut. These added ingredients aren't just unnecessary, they're actively sabotaging the health benefits of what should be a simple, whole food. And the price? Sky high, for something that doesn't even deliver the natural nutrition you're paying for. The good news? Plain frozen fruit exists. No additives, no fillers, no overpriced fluff. Savvy shoppers stick to these simple staples. Not only do they cost less, but they also give you the freedom to create whatever recipe you want from scratch. Want something sweet? Add a touch of honey. Need a thicker smoothie? Toss in a banana. The versatility is endless. If you've been drawn in by the pretty packaging and lofty promises of these blends, don't beat yourself up, but do yourself a favor and skip them next time. Buy the plain stuff, save the cash, and enjoy clean, wholesome fruit the way it was meant to be. Number 1, pre-cut produce. It's the top of this list for a reason. Pre-cut produce looks like a massive win at first glance. Neatly diced onions, peeled pineapples, bite-sized watermelon cubes. It's a vision of ultimate convenience. But don't be fooled by the neatly arranged containers. This is one of the most overpriced scams in your grocery store. The second, fruits and veggies are cut, they start losing nutrients. That bright, juicy appearance doesn't last long either. To keep them looking fresh, many pre-cut produce options sit in preservative washes or are packed into plastic that traps moisture and accelerates spoilage. Yikes. And then comes the price. 2 to 3 times as much per pound as buying whole produce. Think about that. You're paying extra for someone else to do a job that takes you just minutes at home. And the kicker? Larger pieces, bruises, and overripe bits are often hidden under the top layer. It's wasteful, ineffective, and expensive. Smart shoppers know that buying whole fruits and veggies isn't just cheaper, it's better. Grab a sharp knife, invest a few minutes, and you'll have fresh, flavorful produce that costs less, lasts longer, and tastes better. Still think those tubs of pre-cut pineapple belong in your cart? Think again. It's not convenience, it's a costly trap. The next time you're in the produce section, skip the pre-cut packages. Your wallet, your health, and your taste buds will agree it's the right move. Ultimately, being a smart shopper means looking beyond the surface and understanding what truly offers value for your money. While some items may seem like convenient or cost-efficient choices at first glance, they can end up costing you more in the long run. By making mindful decisions and avoiding these common traps, you can save money, enjoy fresher, higher quality products, and make the most out of every grocery trip.